How's everybody doing? It says that we are live. I hope that everything is working good. All right, so this is the first time I'm not using my headset mic. So if you guys hear feedback, let me know and I will switch it up. I will put my headphones and my mic in like I normally do, but I'm trying to learn how to do all the things. So I have my second monitor up for the first time. I'm actually doing the second monitor and trying not to freak out that something's going to go catastrophically wrong.
It'll go smoothly.
Like, it would just be my luck. Like everybody does this all the time, but when I go to do it, like everything falls apart. So
it's okay.
So yeah.
Smooth.
So yes, I have Day is here, my fabulous co-host, and so if I have a meltdown or things break down, she's gonna take over while I go fix things.
Sure.
You got me, right? She's like,
she just
told me she's about as tech savvy as I am. So we're just going to both be sitting here like, well, this is going.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll manage.
All right. So, Day, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself to all the fabulous people?
Sure. My name is Day. I write adult horror and sci-fi fantasy and a bunch of other stuff in between. I am mostly just here to hang out. I have a Twitter and an Instagram that I am not very good at using, and I just like to chat and write. So that's me.
Awesome. So, it is a Saturday night. Hopefully we will have people coming in to get some Camp Nano evening writing done. It is day 17. Things are going, I think I'm doing pretty good. I had a rocky start. I was getting words, but they were like trash words. Like the trash panda had taken over and was just eating up all the garbage I was writing.
We love the trash panda.
I know we love a trash panda. I'm sure that once I dig through it, I will find some good stuff, and I will keep the good stuff and get rid of all the rest of it. Rest of it.
It's okay.
And yeah, but after that, I think once I realized, okay, get focused, buckle down. I think the words have been better now. I'm almost at my nano goal, which is awesome. But yeah, but I'm going to have quite a bit of revisions to do. So yeah, how's your camp going? I've been seeing you've been getting some words.
Yes. So my goal is a little on the lower side. I put 30K instead of 50, which is my usual. But I work full time, so I was like, let me just give myself some wiggle room. So I need 6K, and I'm at 30. So I'm very close. In the next couple days, hopefully,
yes,
my horror will be done.
Yes, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I'm a little less than 3K or a little over 3K away from my nano goal, the writing part. But I only did 25,000 words because I knew I wanted to do some images also for the webcomic. And I'm not behind anymore. I was behind. Now I'm not behind. I'm caught up. So I still think I'm going to come out ahead at the end of the game. So we will see. The images I'm very happy with. So at least that is going well. That's going good. So yes. Oh, Jenna is here. Let me go ahead and really quick say hello to Jenna. And Ashley is here. Hello, you guys. As you come in, go ahead and say hi. People usually come in with me during the first sprint, but I have company today, so we're going to chat a little bit longer. But don't worry, guys. As you know, I will be on it. We will get some work done. Do not worry. Hello, Andrea. How are you doing? Yeah. Okay, so I have two monitors, but I'm still looking at the little one. I don't know how. I'm old and stuck in my ways. Okay.
Okay.
I have all the cool things, and I don't want to use the cool things. to use what I'm used to.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay to use, your normal, whatever works, right?
I guess so. It's so sad though.
Okay.
I can blame it on being old, but I see older people than me doing this like it's like they were born doing it. So I'm like, I need to come up with a better excuse.
I don't have an excuse. I don't know it. I can't do it, guys. I'm sorry.
Yes. All right, Day, you like longer sprints. I have attention issues. So longer sprints after about 15, 20 minutes, I'm like, oh, look at that pretty thing over there. I'm done.
That's okay.
But what do you want to do? You want to do 15? You want to do 20?
Either works for me. Whatever is best for you. 20 is usually like my go-to, but like I am totally fine with the 15.
Yeah, I have some people that come, they usually like longer ones, and what they'll do is they'll double up the 15-minute sprints, and then they'll chat with us after they do 30 minutes, which I can do that if I'm drawing, but as soon as I'm done with the image, I'm like, ooh, what can I do now? I'm telling you, I can blame that on having a lot of kids because they're always very distracting. You never get to sit down for any amount of time before something catastrophic happens and you've got to go do something else. So I'm used to always having to multitask and do tons and tons of things. This whole sit down and have time to yourself to just do what you need to do, it's very nice. I could get used to it. Oh yeah, if I move my camera, I'm using a different chair now, and it allows me to go like this, and I keep twisting out of the camera. So I have to move because I get very comfortable. I'm like, time for me to relax. But as I do this, I'm sliding out of the yeah. So you guys will be able to tell how relaxed I am by how far I am into the camera. Okay, I think I'm more centered now. So that when I start doing this, I'm also a fidgeter. You guys will learn this. And a spinny chair does not help. I've actually broken my nose twice falling out of spinny chairs that move. I had a wild childhood.
Twice. That is impressive.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I'm a kid who loves a chair that moves. I will make it go fast. And I still love moving chairs. So yeah.
They are superior
chairs.
I
did not learn that lesson.
They are the better chair.
They are. I mean, anytime you can just move around, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agree.
I don't know how I made it through school. But I did.
I'm not much of a fidgeter, but I don't like silence. So like exams, like when you're in that big gym and there's like 500 people in there and it's dead silent, I'm like,
oh no. It's like it's like, what is happening?
I'm like the type of person, like when you have a pen and you're going like click, 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 click. That's me because I don't like silence.
That's my son. I used to have to tell his teachers, I'm like, I hope he's not disturbing me, but I promise you he's paying attention. Mm-hmm. The more that he's doing these things, the more attention he's paying. I'm like, I promise you. I said, move him away from everybody else. If he's distracting everybody else, but if you make him just sit there, he's going to fall asleep. He has to be. Yeah, I can empathize with you, Jay, because yes, I feel it. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And hello, Holly. How are you doing? All right, guys, we're at the 10. Let me pull up a timer so that we can try and get some work done because, it's Camp Nano and we are here to try and get things done. I have a video timer somewhere. Let's do a 15-minute warm up. And then we'll see how we feel after we all get warmed up. I don't know what I'm going to work on. I really need to get caught up on images since I'm way ahead on my writing. So that's probably what I will do. All right, so we're gonna do a 15-minute sprint if you guys are ready, and then we'll chat some more when we come back. You ready, Day?
I am ready.
I'm ready too. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's going. Let's go.
Beep, beep, beep. I think we're good.
Thanks, Jay. I know I have the beeping or something. I will only with drawing. When I'm drawing, I start getting really into it. Writing, I check more often when I'm actually writing than I do, because it's like words. A sentence stops, but when you're drawing, you're just moving, right from image right into your image. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
This is why I like having someone writing with me, guys. It helps me out so much. All right, go ahead and let me know in the comments, how did you do on the first sprint? That was a good warm up for me. How'd you do, Jay?
I got 237 words, which I also think is a fairly good warm up. I was not expecting that much.
Cool.
It was flowing well.
Yes. I'm still working on one of my character images. I won't show it yet because you guys know I don't like to show them when they're in the ugly stage. It's like the makeup's not all the way on, so it's not going to get in front of everybody. But I'm getting close to done, so I'll show you guys in a little bit. And then I don't know if I'm going to move to another character image or if I'm going to write some more, because I really could just finish my Camp Nano and then just only do images for the rest of it. But that's when I'm going to want to write. I have this bad habit that whatever I have to do, I don't want to do what I have to do. I want to do what I want to do. It's a little tiny rebel in me that says, but we want to do this instead. And it's like, but we're done with that. No.
I
do this thing we have to do.
I definitely get that.
Yeah.
Grass is greener.
Yes, always. It's like, can we not do the thing that needs to get done, please? No, we can't. Okay.
Nah.
Yeah. Nope. We want to do all the other things. All right, let me see if I can see where we were at. All right, I think we said hello to Ashley and to Andrea, and we were left off here. Vix, if you, oh yeah, yep, did that. Yes, and then she was like there. So that was perfect. Holly Davis, and she says she's good. Glad their live stream's going, because yes, I need to be productive too. Sometimes even I know I have work to do, but there's like so many other things to do, and I'm just easily distracted when my mind knows that there's other things I could be doing. It's almost like sitting down to write is a luxury, and I really have to start making it a priority, which can be hard, It's like there's so many things to do, and I'm just like, oh, I really need to do this writing. But then I'm like, but that's what 1 o'clock in the morning is for, I guess.
That sounds painful.
Yes.
Painful.
Yeah. But like I said, this is all new to me. Like I said, I used to do just little short stories, and I'd pop them over on YouTube or on Wattpad, and it would just, because it was really quick, it's just whatever was on my mind, I'd write it down, draw a little picture, pop it up there. People liked it. I had fun. But actually trying to put together a novel, make it comprehensive, have all of the story, hit all the story beats. And then in the specific genres, each genre has expectations throughout the novel. So to make it all work, I just can't say, oh, this is the story I want to tell, and blurt anything out, and it's just magically going to make sense. The reader's going to be like, what is this? And what did you do?
Please explain.
Yeah, it's like, I see a lot of different short stories in this story, but it didn't all come together like it was in my head. So it's a lot of learning, and I've only been doing this since October. Like I said, during the pandemic, I did write a novel, but it's so bad.
I'm sure it's not as bad as you think. I'm positive.
Like, do you know, okay, so before I joined AuthorTube, I watched all the videos, and it's like all the things that you shouldn't do. It's like, don't start with a character that's gonna die and never be seen again. And it's like, oh, okay. And don't do this, and don't head hop, and all of the things that when you're like, okay, I just want to write this. So I have this thick old, I printed out so I could see how thick it is. It's nice and thick and fabulous. I showed myself that I can do it. Do I ever want to edit that though? Do I love the story enough to ever edit it and clean it up? All that head hopping. And I don't know that I do.
Maybe one day. Just
One day.
put it in the attic or something and you'll go back to it one day. Maybe.
It's there for me to be proud of myself to say, you did this. You did this. Yeah, you can write a novel. Hopefully the one that you publish will be better than this. But you did it.
You did it. Good job.
And it's probably not as bad as I think it is, but because I know I did a lot of the things that they say don't. And even with the things that they say don't do, you see other authors sometimes doing it, but if you do it, you have to do it right. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Hello, yes, my lurking buddy always comes in. He's one of the people that are waiting for stories. He's one of the ones that popped in and was like, what is this? What are you doing? It's like, hi, I'm part of AuthorTube now. Stories are coming later. These are productivity sprints. So he'll pop on and just do productivity. And that's awesome. So I'm always glad to hear. Author Day here, my guest, is also a writer. Tell them what you write so that people will know what the kind of story to be expecting from you.
I generally write horror, and that's what my current project is. It's a adult horror story set in Nunavut on an uninhabited island.
Nice.
It's got monsters, and it's supposed to be scary.
Yes, awesome. Yeah, so if you're looking for writers, actually everybody in this chat, they're all aspiring writers. Some of them are already published. I wouldn't be surprised. I do know a few people that, like Zara, I streamed with her on Friday. She's already published. She's got some great books. I'm actually reading through her first series. And she was so young when she published, so I'm impressed. I'm highly impressed. So yeah, lots and lots of writers on here if you're looking for authors to follow. Let's see where we left off. Hi to everybody. And never worry about coming in late. You guys know you come in, get your workout, and just get started. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. I believe Angelina is also a pantser, but wanted to write a series. And it's like how to keep things straight. And my advice was, if you do not love world building, only do what you need to do to make sure that your story stays straight. You know, so that you don't run into a brick wall, so that you don't start changing your protagonist's eye color, that type of thing. Write what you need. As you write stuff down, jot down notes, and then you can put it into a little story Bible later, you know, so that you can just keep tabs of, okay, she looks like this, or this is when her birthday is, or this person in her life has passed away, so that you don't have her going home to have a family reunion and there's grandma, but you said grandma passed away back in chapter 2. You said she was no longer alive, so how is she at, unless it's that kind of story, you know, where grandma comes back from the grave. So just to keep things straight, keep tabs. If you make significant things, write it down, you know, keep tabs on what you've got, and make that your world building. You can world build as you go or as you outline. Do only what you need if you don't love it. I love it, so I do a lot of it. I do more than I need to because I want to know all the things. I don't know why I'm like this.
I cannot world build. I suck at it. It's hard. It's hard. I know, like, the bare minimum. Like, if you ask me anything deeper, I'd be like, I'll have to get back to you on that. Like,
I don't think that comes up in the story, so I'm not even going to worry about that.
Exactly.
Or if you ask me, I'll be like, oh, yes, well, her great-grandfather, for whom she is named after, did this such great thing, then I don't know why I come up with these things. It's like it's a whole other story. And it's like, which is why my fantasy novel started out as one novel, is now 3 novels with a prequel and several side stories, if I ever get around to writing them. It's, yeah. Those are the things that happen when you do major world building. So,
I mean, we live for the content. We're here for the content, so it's okay.
yes. 233 words on that one. Was stuck earlier trying to avoid a big old plot hole. Yes. We want to avoid those as much as possible, because sometimes on the rewrites, I was watching somebody else's stream and someone was writing how they had to go back and fix stuff because stuff that they wrote doesn't work. And it's like, oh no, I just, when you have to get rid of a lot of work to try and fix something, I know that can be so hard, but sometimes it's got to be done. But if you can see it coming and fix it before you get there. So I'm glad you saw it. I see that you were stuck for a minute, but it's okay.
You did it.
Yes. Yes. You work your way out of it. That's what's important. And even if you didn't work your way out of it, you can fix it later. Sometimes keep going, and then you'll be like, okay, I'm solving that problem. I'm seeing how to get out of that problem. Sometimes you can do that. So never worry too much. It'll come along. It'll happen. And don't you dare jump on me, StreamYard. 120 words. You were never worried about being late. 120 words. That's words. I love the words. 190 for Tara. Excellent. Doing awesome. Andrew said, I'm mapping the story on paper, so no idea how many words. A few. I was more thinking than writing. Hey, that's great. I love paper writing. And I guesstimate whenever I'm like, I got a page or a half a page. Small writing, because I usually, when I'm on paper, I write small, front to back. So yeah, that's words. You did it.
Good job. Yes. That counts as writing.
It sure does. Mm-hmm. All of it counts. We count them all. When you have kids, the time for doing things that need peace and focus is 1 a.m. Mm-hmm. It really is. Yeah, it's like, finally. And then COVID was trying to mess things up, because then the kids were like, we don't have to get up for nothing, so we can stay. I'm like, no, this is my time. Y'all go to bed. Don't try this. It's like, no, you must go to sleep.
Bedtime.
Yeah. They're like, well, if we don't have to get up. I'm like, oh, no, y'all. Do not infringe on my time. I do not want you here at 1 o'clock in the morning. Editing is the worst. Yeah. I'm going through a book for the 6th time pro editor work. Okay. Yep. I feel you on that. I'm like, the less I have to edit, the happier I am. But no matter what you do, the editing, you have to edit. So it's like...
To be honest, I love editing. Like, it's chopping words. I don't know. I just love it. It's
chopping words. It makes me sad. I'm like,
it makes me happy
later.
But my books are too long, so. Okay.
So you're an overwriter?
Yes. Okay. Way overwriter. I think my witch book that I finished a month ago was 236,000. And then I did another revision and I got it down to 210. But I love chopping the words. But I talk too much, so that's the reason.
Okay. I get sad, but I do know that sometimes when I'm writing, it's like, this is another story. Get rid of it. And if you really love it that much, go ahead and make yourself a little side short story. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, sadness. Bye-bye words.
I always like... Do you start a new document, or do you like actually cut out of the document, the original?
Depending on what it is, sometimes I just cut it out and I'll put it way at the end, and I'll have like I have it all sectioned out, so I'll say stuff that's cut out, and I'll say in like the main title, and then what it is, like if it's about somebody, or it'll be, say the character's name is Colton. I'll say Colton's side story and then put that there because you never know. I might want that to actually be a story later. And it might come up later in the story, so I want it there in that document. But if it never comes up, it just gets cut out and put into its own document of the millions of stories that are never going to be written.
The discard document.
Yeah, just a spare folder with like dozens of stories that came from another story.
It's the story cemetery.
Yes, basically, because most of them we'll never see those again. They're gone. Let's just be honest. All right, guys, you want to do another sprint?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's get some work done. I'm going to try this timer again. Oh, actually, let me try another timer and see if it's just StreamYard being StreamYard. If the timer cuts out and just stops, I don't want to freak anybody else because you'll be like, haven't we been here for 10 minutes already? And it's moved like 2 minutes. So, so I will pay close attention until I start getting into my drawing and then I won't pay any attention anymore. So
I got you.
Daya's got it. So if it stops, she'll pop something in the private chat and say, it stopped again. And I'll just put the time to come back at the bottom. All right. Wait before we go. Sherry!
Hello.
Yes. Oh man, we need our icons. I'm a unicorn.
I'm still there.
Oh yay, mine is somewhere else. Because I changed it already because I had to stream again. I'll find mine. We'll pop them up later. Okay, Dave?
Sounds
all
good.
Right. We'll do that for you, Sherry. Our Sherry, we love her so much. We love you, Sherry. Sherry fell asleep on her desk. Oh no!
Please sleep somewhere with a pillow. Comfort.
Do you have the kitty pillow, or is it is the kitty cat keeping you company, or is the kitty cat being mean to you today? I love her cat. Her cat will come in and just start talking. Fabulous. I love it. I'm like
commanding presence. We love it.
I'm like, yeah, I hear you. I love the pets though. The flute babies are the best. All right, so let me find a timer. We'll do a different one and see if StreamYard's gonna be nice to me. Ooh. Let's try this one. Let's do 20 minutes. All right, you guys ready? And then, like I said, if it stops, I'll just tell you guys when to come back. Okay, you ready, Day? I can't hear you. What happened to your mic? What did you do? Oh! What did you do?
I don't know. I don't do technology.
Me either. I'm like, I can see you, but can anybody else see you or no?
I'm good. I'm back. It's fine. It's fine. We got this.
We're fine.
We're
fine.
fine.
We have no techie people here with us, but we have each other.
It's fine.
So it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. We got this back on a timer.
Okay.
So this is good.
Progress.
It's 20 minutes and it's very pretty forest. So
Love it.
Let's go. If you guys are ready in 3, 2, 1, 20 minutes. All right, guys, that's it. We just finished our second sprint, 20 minutes. How did you guys do? Go ahead and let me know in the comments. And I pretty much think I'm done with this image, at least for now. So I'll show you guys in a minute. Let me switch over to comments and get these ticker off. We don't need that anymore. I checked the private chat. Dave was like, fine.
I told you I was watching.
She was. She did good. She did good. Because all right, so I had heard other because I watch a lot of people's streams, and I noticed that a lot of people started doing this, that the timers aren't always working properly going through StreamYard. I don't understand what's going on. They were working great before, so I don't know what is happening, but they're just kind of like flaking out or stopping or just whatever. So that's okay. We got workarounds. I'm glad that I saw that before so that I wasn't freaked out the first time it happened. This is the second time that the timers weren't working for me. So I kind of like, oh, so that happened to so-and-so. I know exactly what to do. I'm not going to worry about it. So not a big deal. How did you do, Dave?
The time. I got 294.
Awesome. Yes. And let's see. Where are we? I want to see everybody's comments. All right, so Sherry has been watching YouTube videos. I can relate to this. Totally relate. I do a lot of YouTube video watching. I watch a lot of tutorials lately because I'm trying to learn how to do all the things, because it feels weird to have a teenager try to tell me how to do all the things. So I watch a lot of, it's just weird. So I watch a lot of tutorials on how to make a lot of this stuff work. And then I was watching, Kaylin did a video talking about some new stuff that's coming to Amazon Prime for authors. They're doing a new novella thing where you can kind of like how we do like our own stories on Wattpad, or if you write fanfic, how you do like 1 or 2 chapters at a time. So they're starting something that's going to be like that. And it's interesting. So I want to hear the conversation around it because it could be good. And it also could be very, very bad. I could see the perks to it. And I could also see how this could go awry. And then all of a sudden, Amazon kind of owns all of the outlets for, indie authors. So I can see the upsides and the downsides.
That's true.
But yeah, I do a lot of YouTube video watching. So yeah.
It's good to do research.
Yes. S Perk says, I'm glad you worked. Okay, because you had that plot hole problem. Taping stuff when you want to write. I don't like editing, but I know it must be done. That's right. It must be done. Or you could find people who like editing. So when I'm done, I'm going to be looking at Day like, hey, guess what I got? No, I will do that too.
I got you. I would help you. I don't mind.
I stopped half of your novel. Here's your 20 pages that you have left. I'm like, no. It's like you have 8 stories. Yeah, you have 8 stories here. Here they are individually, but you do not have one 100,000 page or 100,000 word novel. You don't have that. Here you go, Nia. I'm like, thank you. Thank you for that.
I would do everything with love.
That's right. Yes, I wanted to know what Sherry was watching. And Shay with the hobbies is in the house. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they've been streaming today doing a 10K, which is awesome. So that's really great. So we're so glad that you stopped by. I want to pop in. I don't know if you're streaming right now, but I do want to pop in. Yes, I'll pop in a little bit and say hey to everybody over there. Let's see, Kayla. So she's trying to add a twist to their plot, and they don't want this to be boring, but it's too straightforward. What to do. Yeah. Sometimes write it out, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to be just adding drama for the sake of having drama. But if you add it in and it works with the story, where it's not just like, oh, the author, you could tell the author just threw something in here. You don't want that. You want it to flow. So if you need to just write it out and it's not as exciting as you want it to be the first time, you can write it out, read it, and then see what's missing. What is missing? And go from there. You know? What do you think, Day?
I usually have like, I'm usually the person who puts in the unnecessary twist and like information. So it's not usually adding in, it's usually cutting out. That I do the opposite one. But I find for myself personally that it's easier for me to have everything there and then pull back than it is for me to add stuff in. So I'm not the best person to ask about that.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking, because I'm like, I would be doing the exact opposite. I would write everything out and then be like, okay, what is too much? Take out. So I'm wondering if I'm guessing it would work the same way. If you wrote it out and you know, okay, clearly I need this here to happen here. I need something else to happen here. What can happen that still flows with the story, that doesn't look like I just threw something in there? Because what I would do is I'd be writing it all out and like, okay, I just put in a whole bunch of junk. I don't need this. I really don't need that. And look, I still have this great flowing story that's not too much. It's not too scattered. You can tell just from the way I talk. The way I talk is how I write. I'm over here 1 minute, and then to the next. And I barely sometimes finish a thought when the next thought's in my head and blurting out of my mouth. My writing can be like that too. So sometimes I have to calm it down. Let's focus on this thing first. So it's kind of the opposite problem, but I think it solves the same way. Write what you know so that you're not stuck. Because another thing I hate, and here I go. See how I just jumped? To the next. One thing I hate is forgetting something. And it's like, oh, I know I had this great idea and I didn't write down. What was that? So if you have what you've got, go ahead and write down so that you do not forget what's on your mind right now, because that is just dreadful. When I wrote out a scene for something. For my comic, I drew it out and then I went back to find the words so that I could, because you have to do dialogue bubbles. They weren't there. And I said, did I think that whole thing and not write it down? So mad at myself. Because now I have to go back and recreate the words, which I know the words were there because I drew out the scene for the words that I never wrote down. And it's like, oh, why did I do that? But sometimes things are on your mind and you know that it's going to be in your story. Write it down. But yeah, see how I just hop from one thing to another? That's how I write sometimes. Because a lot of things are in my head trying to get out at the same time.
I also recommend writing things in like one place, because you can be like me and be like, oh, I'm going to make a note of that. And then you scroll through your phone and you have 50 notes and you have no idea where that one thing is. And now I'm like trying to find everything.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Make one note, guys.
Yeah, make one note. Or at least label it for such and such story.
Exactly.
So that you can put all the notes for that story as you're walking or working or doing whatever else you're doing. Don't do it while you're driving. You can wait. Just keep it on your mind if you're driving. So yeah, keep your notes and make sure you write things down. And if you're not sure if you can remember if you wrote something down, write it down anyway. But like, let me just go make sure I wrote that down, which is what I did not do. Fortunately, now I have the scene drawn out, so I know that something needs to go there. But I have to recreate the dialogue, which was so good in my head. Why didn't I write it down? I'm mad at myself.
It's okay. We all do it.
Yeah, lessons learned. Yeah, don't worry, Shay. We know that you are busy holding it down over there, over on the channel Shay with the Hobbies. No worries. Tara got 408. You might hit your NaNoWriMo goal for the cat. All right. Yes.
Nice.
I love to hear that you're hitting your goals. I love to hear it. That's fantastic. Angelina's got another 326 words. Nice. Kayla, 461. You guys are doing great. Jenna, 472. Nice. You guys. This is great. Oh, Kat. Hey, Kat, the Secret Mario lad. Hey, I love you. Thank you. Yes. Kat, the Secret Mario lad always comes in to remind us of all the things that we need to do to take care of ourselves. So make sure that you're hydrating, that you work, eat, your posture check. Did you do your posture check? Especially now that I've got this spinny chair. I'm all. So yes, posture checks, everybody. Thank you. Wants us to know that we're doing a great job and that they're proud of us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's awesome. Sometimes we need the reminders because we can really push ourselves and forget. So, yes. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Question. What's a part of fandom fan culture is greatly misrepresented by media that you wish wasn't? Part of fandom and fan culture that is greatly misrepresented by the media that you wish wasn't. I think sometimes the media thinks that if you go hard into a fandom that you don't have other things going on, or that people that are in fandom are a certain type of people, and I find that that's not true. I am a mom with a lot of kids, and I am just as much of a fan as some of the people on here who are half my age, some of the people who are just a little bit older than my own kids, and we enjoy some of the same things. Fans aren't one type, and we can all enjoy the same thing. And sometimes I do feel like there's some negative connotations when people talk about fans in fandom. And I'm not necessarily in any fandoms because there are some negative parts to fandom that's completely different, that you know what I mean? So there are reasons why I don't actively participate in fandom, but I don't have anything against people in fandoms because I totally get it. I think it's this camaraderie around whatever the subject is, whether it's Marvel or Arrowverse or whatever it is. It's super cool to have people like, that, what happened in that episode, or which movie was your favorite? I love that,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I just wish that media wouldn't portray fans and fandom as something that if you're this type of person, you wouldn't be in a fandom. I'm like, no.
I
don't like that.
I'm also not in any fandoms. Maybe BTS, does that count as fandom? Maybe, but
Not a good people over there.
But I do agree with what you're saying about kind of being grouped together, especially I find with negative media, and be like, all fans are this tiny little subset of this fandom. You know what I mean? That's one thing that.
Yeah, not nice. Media needs to understand that there are different types of people out there, and different types of people can actually really enjoy the exact same thing. Mm-hmm. And you can just stereotype. Yeah, it sounds interesting, but it also sounds like Amazon is trying to take over more. I'm like, Jeff, you don't need any more money. Yes. Okay. Yes, that's it. And it's like anything that I don't think that they'll do anything that will just be good for the creator. You know what I mean? If it's not going to make them money, they wouldn't do it. So they're doing this thing now, and on the surface, it seems like, oh, this would be really good for upcoming authors, people who are, want to build their fan base, because now you're putting out little bits of your novel instead of having someone wait a year or 2 years, however long it takes you to put out a novel. They can get bits of it, in bi-monthly increments, however long it takes you to complete a chapter or whatever. however they do it. So it seems like it would be a good thing for the author, but are they just undercutting? Are they underselling it to wipe out the rest of the market? Because right now, Wattpad's got some really cool things going on where if you're writing on Wattpad, they're funding, people are becoming published authors, people are getting their stories turned into programs, shows. So is Amazon just trying to hop in on that? And it seems like a good deal. And then when there is no more free Wattpad, then they're gonna, swoop in and up the prices for the writers and the creators, and maybe up the price for also the readers, because now they have a monopoly. So I always am leery of what their motive is, because their motive has to be to make money ultimately. So, what happens to the authors, the writers, what's going to happen to us? What's going to happen to the consumer? I'm always a little skeptical, but I need to learn more about it. Like I just heard about this past week, and I know Kaylin has really delved into it. So I haven't finished the video. So I'm going to get back into it when I'm done on here, because I really am curious. Really am.
Go Arby.
Yeah, I would consider Arby's a fandom too. Yes. And yeah, there's a couple Army sounds out there. I like them. I will admit, I was like, oh, what is this song? Oh, this is that BTS that I'm hearing about. Now the song is in my head. Oh my god.
My boys, not really.
Yeah, here I go. It's in my head now.
There's a dance cover. It's all Black ladies dancing to this song. I will send it to you. It's phenomenal.
Oh yeah, I will need to see this. Are you going to turn me into? Okay, if you turn me into a BTS fan, I'm going to make you watch the Shadow and Bone series when it comes out.
I'm gonna watch it anyway, so we gotta exchange it.
Right, awesome.
Of course.
Yay. All right, guys. We should do another sprint because we need to get work done. Am I right, Dave?
You are right. Correct.
Yes. We like to have fun. We like to chat, but we also need to get this writing and stuff done. All right. So I'm giving up on the timer because it's going to go for 3 seconds and pause and really mess with my head, because I'll be like, what is happening? And then it's going to jump really fast. So we're going to just do a ticker instead. Let me fix it first. So we'll be on our third sprint. Yay. And how long do you guys want to go for? Y'all feeling 20 minutes again? Are we feeling 20? I like it. I like it. So let's do 21 minutes and come back at 45.
Love it.
All right. All right, guys. We're on our third sprint, and we are going to be back at the 45 mark. If you guys are ready. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, let's get some work done.
Woohoo!
Hey. All right, guys. How did you do? Go ahead in the comments. Let me know how you did. I am diligently finishing up this image. I was trying to hold off. I have 2 old dogs. Oh my gosh. And one of them is really upset right now. And he's barking so much. I was like, please stop barking before the screen ends.
Oh. Why is he upset? What's going on?
He's old and cranky. And we are pet sitting a puppy that is 4 times his size. And he really does not enjoy having the puppy around. He's a big shepherd puppy. So the puppy is 5 months old and he's massive.
Does the puppy love him? I feel like that's how it always goes.
Yes. He only loves the puppy when the puppy's asleep. Yeah. Yeah. It's a hard time for him right now. So he desperately wants to go in somebody's room and he wants them to close the door so the puppy cannot get in. That's all he wants. I know that's what he wants because it's what he wants every time. And I'm not letting him in here.
He needs his me time.
Yeah. But it sounds like somebody just let him in one of the bedrooms. So, yeah. And then the deaf dog likes him though.
Oh, okay.
Both of my dogs are very, very old. One is like 20 and one is like almost 17. And the one that's deaf and 17, he doesn't mind. He's like, whatever. The puppy's here.
Chill. Love it.
The puppy's just so big. He runs them over. And I don't think he ever realized. He started out about their size. And in just the past 4 months, he's like this big. Mm-hmm. And I don't think he realizes that he can't play with them the way that they let him when he was little. Because his paw is the size of their face. And they're just like, no. They're like, we're not.
This is not okay.
It's not okay. They are having none of it. Oh gosh.
Sorry.
It happened. Hello. And I love her. Thank you.
I'm here.
So I guess everybody's streaming right now. So everybody's like, what's going on with the dog?
Here for the support. Love it.
Yeah. I told you, I knew exactly what happened. I'm like, finally. So yeah, so that's my life. Oh my goodness.
For that sprint, I didn't actually say I got 586.
Yay!
And I finished the chapter right at the end. I was like, I would just type the rest of the sentence and then I'm done.
You did it.
I did it.
You did it. Yay. Okay, let me see if I can. Did we? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I started at the bottom with StreamYard. You have to. It does not leave off wherever you were at. So. Okay, I think we were here because Kayla said she was ready, but that was for the last sprint. So awesome. And Ben, thank you so much. Like I said, Ben is not a writer, but he is here for the support, which we all appreciate. Thank you, Ben. And yeah, because it's hard being a writer out here, you know, because are you trying to traditional publish day?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and that's not easy because there are millions of writers.
Yes.
Bidding for maybe a couple thousand slots.
Correct.
But life is hard. And so if you do decide to go with indie publishing, it's not easy out here either because the markets get flooded and you're trying to make a buck. You're trying to sell your work. You're trying to get your work seen without a publishing company, backing you up and putting your name out there, putting your book out there. So you're on your own. So it's hard because they find these ways that, is it really making it easier for who? Obviously, they wouldn't do it if it's not going to make them money. And they'll do certain things that are great for the author now so that the author will choose that method. But then once that's the only method, do they up the price, reduce the percentages, until it's like, okay, now we're just kind of like stuck with it versus, hey, this is a good thing for us. But so it's good to know that people will support us wherever we need to go. So thank you for that, because it's not easy out here. Tara's got 391 and close to 2,000 more words to their 3,500. I guess that 3,500 is your nano goal. So yay, you are so close. You're going to hit that this weekend. I feel like if you're writing tonight and tomorrow, I think you got this. I'm feeling this positive energy for you. Okay. I think you got this. And Kayla said 502 for that one. I'm going to write it out and add some exciting parts. I just want to be smooth and hit the right beat. Yes, I totally understand. I feel it. Have you tried Save the Cat? That might help you also. I've read the one for Save the Cat for Writes a Novel. They also have a script one for, is it for playwrights or for TV scripts? I forget what it is, but someone was reading parts of it out loud just to give us an idea. And I was like, oh, this actually sounds like it might be helpful too. So I definitely would suggest the Save the Cats. And I am working on my way through Story Genius now. I put it down because I've been focusing on Nano right now, but I do want to finish Story Genius. That is Story Genius. Yes.
I haven't started it yet. I just got it like a couple days ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So far, so good. There's some projects to work through. So that's why I haven't been able to finish, because I actually want to work, do the work and work through it. So if I finish my Nano project early, I'm going to just get right back on it because I just kind of stopped. But very helpful. So try those out. Those are the ones I recommend to help you make sure that you're hitting all the beats that you need to be hitting, and give you some ideas also with working on your characters and adding things that are going to help you make the story exciting and still flow without maybe feeling like you're just throwing stuff at the reader because you feel like you need to throw something in,
I love Save the Cat. I literally, my copy, this is my copy, and it has
all
so many
notes.
notes. I love Save the Cat.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I highly recommend Save the Cat too. So yeah, I love all your notes. I love that. You feel like, what do I need to work on? Oh, look, my tab is right there. Turn right to it.
I do that. And I outlined in Save the Cat, in the book, and I sticky noted the outline, whatever. I love Save the Cat.
That's fantastic. Yes. Yes. Angelina, taking 51 words away. Sometimes it's got to be done. It has to be done. Feel good about those words that you got rid of. Feel good about it. Embrace it. I know, me saying that, but yes, embrace it.
Chop, chop.
Gonna make Day is very excited about this. Okay.
Can always make it shorter.
I love this level of excitement over getting rid of words. So, we are gonna take that. Am I right? Right?
Try.
You should give a seminar on your organization. I love her color-coded outline. Just all of it. I'm like, I love this so much.
I like colors. They're fun.
Yeah. Yes.
Everything's fun with colors.
I'm following now the Save the Cat Writes novel. I have a big question in the break into part 2. Ooh. Ooh.
That's hard.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Yeah, I know you got any advice.
So, like, for mine, it was easy because that's usually like your story changes in a way that you can't go back to Act 1. Which was easy for my story because they go somewhere and they can't come back. So I don't know, I don't know if it's like fantasy, like what you can change and make it so that it's irreversible, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. I find that because I'm writing fantasy and I'm writing sci-fi, events happen that irrevocably change things, and the characters have to go from there, you know. So I don't know what oh wait, I was gonna guess, but I can't remember. Do you remember what genre? I think that she mentioned it maybe in Haley's.
Oh no, I missed that.
I can't remember. If you can tell us what your genre is, because I think it's going to work differently in different genres. Because Day is writing in horror and I'm writing in fantasy and in sci-fi. So those things make it almost like, if you're following the beats that your specific genre expects, it helps that, okay, there's an expectation and it's not going to feel tropey because if they're reading in that genre, there's certain things that they're expecting. If you don't have it, they're actually going to be disappointed. So it helps okay, I need to go from here. I need to go from here.
Crime. Oh, that's hard.
Crime. Ooh. See, I don't. What is the last? See.
So
Go ahead, Dave.
Could it be like I don't know what your story is, so this is just me shooting in the dark. But like, if it's about a crime, then I would assume like some form of evidence or character involvement or speculation against the main cast, stuff like that kind of pushes your story forward. So they either have to prove themselves innocent, things like that.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe if you've got a situation where maybe they might think that they have the suspect, and maybe then something happens that it wasn't that suspect, and then something happens to that suspect. So you can't go back to try and blaming it on that suspect. You must move forward. This person that you have been pursuing, and this is just one scenario, but this person that you had been pursuing, you just knew that you had it. Something happens that lets you know unmistakably it's not this person. You now can't focus there anymore. You must move on from that whole situation. So whatever it is, something that happens like that lets you know, okay, we hit this high point, this happened, boom, this whole thing fell apart. I must move in this direction now and keep going.
Is it crime or mystery that has all the red herrings, or both? Because I feel like that would be a good like use of a red herring. It's like a flip and switch kind of thing. Thanks for the brainstorming. You're welcome.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, sometimes it's hard. It's hard, but we gotta work through. Yeah, I think what's the last thing I got really stuck on? Sometimes when I have a lot of characters, which I often do, I'll sometimes get worried that I'm doing too much with a character that's not pertinent to the story. And it's just like, oh, I need to move from one thing to the next, but I need to make sure that it's relevant, that it's not just like all of a sudden this thing happened and now everybody's like, what's going on now? Why are we doing this? You know, it's like the story has to flow. It has to flow, you know? So yeah. You feeling me? Jay, we need to talk about, we'll talk about it in the Discord, doing some type of sleepover. Minty wants to do it, but Minty is all the way in Europe. They're like 5 hours ahead of us. So I'm like, someone's either going to have to get up early or someone's going to have to stay up late.
This is true.
So we'll have to find a good overlapping time. Because like they're already in bed now. You know? So I'm like, how is this going to work? So we'll have to figure something out. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So stay tuned, everybody. Stay tuned. We'll figure something out so that we can do a sleepover write-in. We'll be reading and writing and maybe binging something. Who knows? We'll get stuff done. We'll chat. We'll have some fun. Well, Day, do you want to tell everybody to do an outro? Because it is 10 o'clock. It's time for us to go.
Okay. I don't have anything prepared. Hello, I'm Day. I write adult horror and sci-fi fantasy. I have a Twitter and an Instagram at authorday that I will be using one of these days. And thank you for having me. I had a lot of fun.
I love having you come on any Saturday. If you're free, come hop on with us and just get some writing and we'll run our mouths and we'll talk about all the things that are happening. All right, guys. And I am Nia, the Vixen of Fiction here on YouTube. All of my things are linked down below. If they're not linked, I'll link them in a little bit. But I believe I've got Day's Instagram link, so you can follow her on Instagram. Yay! We have a lot of fun over on Instagram. We have fun over in the Discord. So get to know us. We're fun. We're cool. We like to write. We like to be supportive of each other. We have some things coming up. I'm going to be writing again on Wednesday. I might be on tomorrow. So we'll see. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you came. We're happy that you guys came and wrote with us for a little bit. I hope you've got more writing to do. Devin Cutting, he puts the playlist of all of the author tubers that he can find. He puts a playlist to show all of the writing streams. He does it just to be nice because he appreciates all of us author tubers and we appreciate him. So I'm going to type that in really quick, his name, so that if you are looking for someone to write with, you can hop on over to his YouTube channel and he'll have a playlist for you. Everybody who's live will be on there and you can just find someone to write with. So thank you, Devin, for doing that. Yes, we're both here. Whoop, whoop. We're done. We just wrote for 2 hours. We got words. We got pictures done. Oh, by the way, because I didn't show you guys, and that's a no-no. If I'm working on an image, I like to show you guys the image. So this is one of my characters that I've been working on today. I try to get her out of the ring light. So.
That looks awesome.
Thank you. I need to put everything together because I really, really, really want to put out, start putting out some episodes and really start getting the novel written. So, yeah. Bench Press Publishing is starting now. All right, cool. Yay. So we've got more writers if you guys want to get some more work done. All right. There's plenty of author tubers. A lot of people I've met so far are really, really awesome. Like I said, I'm new to the community, but I've been having a great time. So thank you so much for coming on with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Yay. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.